I'm known as the toughest sheriff in the America, but now it's the world.
The feds work on your mind, and Joe works on your body.
I'm 73 years old in June. I don't need this job. Been doing it for 44 years. So I may be called the oldest sheriff. My next book will be The Oldest Sheriff in America, not the toughest sheriff in America.
My opinion of Sheriff Joe, I don't really think it's fair what he does here to us.
And I said, shut your mouth. They were complaining. It's 130 degrees, Sheriff. This is awful. I said, shut your mouth. Our men and women are fighting for our country in Iraq at 140 degrees. Don't give me any of your garbage.
But then again, we also committed crimes to get here, so.
When I was in the Army, I joined the Army the day the Korean War broke out. And I lived in tents. I kind of loved the smell of Army tents. So many years later, 1992, when I ran for office, I just said, hey, I'm going to put tents up.
But there was a big problem with the last sheriff with inmates that were being released because there wasn't enough room to house them. You can only house so many people in a building, according to the fire marshal codes. And so inmates were being released because of overcrowding. The sheriff came in, he changed that. He put the tents up on the grounds of the Estrella jail here. And his philosophy is that no inmate will be released because there isn't enough room. That's why we've got our big vacancy sign up over here. We always have a vacancy.
Yeah, it's not fun being in here.
It's a no-frills jail. Anyone, once they're sentenced, unless they want to go to a lockdown area, they're going to come to the tents and they're going to be assigned a job and they have to be willing to work.
I'm part of the Alpha program, so I just clean up the yard whenever they call. I'm on call pretty much all day.
I'm glad I work in the kitchen, let's put it that way. We get to eat pretty good after we put on our day's work.
I just had an idea. You build a hotel, people will check in. I got 70 free tents, Army tents, Korean War, free of charge. So where do you put the tents?
Well, anyone that lives around here knows South Phoenix isn't exactly the best place to live. Okay, there's some problems here. We have the landfill right over here, so that green belt, that's the edge of the county landfill. Short distance over that way, we have a dog food plant, and a lot of times at night you can smell there's a pretty nasty stench that comes rolling through here. And then, of course, there's the unrelenting heat in the summer. It's not uncommon for the temperature in the tents to soar, 120, 125 degrees. And it is rough, but the sheriff says it isn't any more rough than it is for our soldiers and sailors and airmen that are serving right now. So, and they didn't commit a crime, so.
And being outside, I mean, it has its benefits, but during the weather, when the weather conditions are awful, it kind of sucks.
Because land, even in those days, was somewhat expensive. So we had a dump. So I decided to put the tents in that free land next to the dump. So we have the dump. The other side is a waste disposal plant. And the other side is a dog pound. So when the breeze comes, and then I put the porta-johns on the other side, so you get the smell from all different angles. It's okay. You laugh at this, but it's true. If there's a certain breeze coming from a certain direction. I only put convicted people in the tent. Not all those innocent people are waiting to go to trial.
Most of them are pretty upset if they have to leave here and go inside. They don't like that.
And if you had a choice between staying outside or inside, where would you go?
Oh, I'd definitely be out here in the fresh air. Get to see out there, walk around, and it's a lot nicer than being locked up inside.
I didn't know we had a jail overcrowding problem. The sheriff that I beat never would tell me his problem. Today, people say you were psychic, Sheriff. You knew 12 years ago you would have 5,000 more people in your jail system than you have room for. So you planned ahead. 12 years ago, you planned on putting up tents. Now, I didn't do it for that. I just figured more people would check into jail. So I did it. I got 70 free tents. I slept in the tents twice. I checked into the tents. I put the uniforms on, the pink underwear. No, I'm sorry, at that time I didn't have the pink underwear. Put the uniform, ate the food, and slept in the tents, and I took the top bunk. I'm not stupid, I'm not taking the bottom bunk. But I did it twice. I slept with 1,000 inmates. The theory is if I can do it, you can do it, so shut up and quit complaining.
A lot of starch, man. It's like all bread.
So I've been criticized. I've been investigated. Amnesty International, the Justice Department, the FBI, the county attorney. How come I'm still here? Tents are still here.
The tents has been here for, like I say, going on 11 years now. And the ones that come back, you know, they're used to it. When they come back, they know the deal. There's no coffee, no cigarettes, no porno magazines. We don't show movies every Friday night, R-rated movies like they used to in the old days. You commit a crime, you come here, you're expected to work.
Can we ever win the war on drugs? I never have a defeatist attitude. Never will I surrender. Never. I came from New England. On the other hand, I was a police officer in Washington, D.C. from 1954 to 57. I think we had about 1 hour of our 3-month academy dedicated to drugs, drug identification. You can see what's changed when I first became a police officer, but I did join the U.S. Bureau of Narcotics, which is now the drug enforcement, working out of Chicago. And it's been almost 30 years with DEA as the regional director in Mexico, South America, the only federal agent in the Middle East working out of Turkey. Now we have armies.
I broke the law, so I'm here on probation violation. And right now I'm just trying to rehabilitate myself and think about what I've done.
Got arrested for DUI. I called one of those attorneys. I guess he did what he could in my case, but I still lost my license, paid a big fine, and ended up here. Man, if I would have called one of my old friends, I would have made all these new friends.
Lock down.
I can't wait to get out of here.
This is Sheriff Joe Arpaio. If you drink and drive, we got room for you here. Don't. If you do, expect the max.